Breaking news here on NFL Live, and we go to Dan Graziano for the latest out of Miami. What's going on with Tua Tagovailoa?
Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins are planning to put him on injured reserve. This first reported by NFL Network, just confirmed by our Adam Schefter. This is to buy time. It's not an indication of a season-ending situation, but he will have to now miss at least 4 games. It eases the pressure on them and him in terms of questions about his timeline for return, gives him more time to consult with doctors, with neurologists, and get a sense of exactly where he stands in the wake of his latest concussion. So it sounds like Tua Tagovailoa going on injured reserve, and then by rule will have to miss at least the next 4 games.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that, and thanks to Graz for the latest there. Graz with us throughout this whole hour. Dan Orlovsky, as well as Mina Kimes, Andrew Hawkins here today. A lot to get to, you guys, but let's start with the latest there on Tua. What do you think, Dan, about him going on IR? It felt like that's probably a foregone conclusion, right?
Yeah, I like the fact that it sounds like him and his family want time to get as much information medically as they can to make a good decision. And then certainly the Dolphins want to make sure that they allow him the amount of time necessary to kind of go about. This isn't just trying to come back from a singular concussion. We know that, right? So I think the more information that Tua and his family and his wife, have about the now and the future and everything attached to it is the better. And I guess the next question for me is, does that time attach the Dolphins strictly to Skylar Thompson, or does that time give them another window where they look to add? I know they added Snoop Huntley recently, but a maybe upgrade at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I think that's what's so tricky for Miami is while Tua is completely entitled to take as much time as he needs here to make this decision and everything Dan said I agree with, from Miami's perspective, that uncertainty kind of makes their decision a little trickier because you're considering the quarterback position not only for this season, but maybe beyond.
Sure.
And that involves finances too, because they are financially committed to Tua for a long time. So if you're considering like a serious upgrade, a trade, that is also hanging in the balance. So I don't really know where they go from here until they have a little more information as well.
This feels like the clearest picture that they can give themselves.
Yeah.
And because it's a dangerous situation, right? Like we've seen Tua come back from what looked like head injuries too quickly. In 2015, I ended that season on IR because of concussions. I had 2 back-to-back. It took me 3 weeks to get back, and then I got another concussion that put it on IR. And the danger around it is you don't know so clearly that you're better. With an ankle, with an elbow, with a wrist, you can feel and say, oh, okay, I am back to full strength. I feel as close to 100% as possible. With your brain, with concussions, it is such a crapshoot, and this is the right thing for the Dolphins. It is the right thing for Tua. Take as much time as you need to make sure you're okay, even before you start to make any future decisions.
Yeah, can I ask
ahead.
a real question? Because you're usually better at the salary cap. You may not know the answer, but in a hypothetical world where Tua decides not to play or is told can't play type of stuff, the money that is protected, guaranteed-wise, off of an injury, does that factor into a team's salary cap? Like, does they get hit by that, or is that like a separate that doesn't impact
No, it will
the
in the
total
future.
cap number?
Yeah, I mean, it's a significant amount of money, but there's so much that factors into that, whether it's his determination, whether it's
He's told he
doctor's
can't.
determination.
Gotcha.
When that determination is made is actually a really big part of this because of the nature of his contract, the way those guarantees are structured. So almost like there's just really
a lot of gray area for the team.
It's really hard right now, to exactly say where the team stands financially without knowing how his decision plays out.
And the IR is a team decision. Like him on IR is
Right.
the team saying, hey, you're not coming back for at least this long.
Yeah, and I'm sure they gathered whatever information he has at this point to make some of that decision. But going forward, too, if you think about their schedule and what they may look to do here, they have the Seahawks, the Titans, the Patriots, and the Colts coming up. That gets them through like the middle of October. We'll continue to keep an eye on all of this and bring you the latest here on NFL Live if we get any more information.